We're live. Happy Sunday, everybody. Thank you so much for supporting us all the time and watching our live right now. Welcome to our
Mhm.
weekly family business live session. Again, my name is Beth Cherian. I am coming to you live from San Francisco, California. Go ahead, guys.
And my name is Steven, also from San Francisco, California. This is my wife, Candy, Beth's sister.
Hi guys.
Yeah. So hello guys. So we are proud digital business owners. We do we do our weekly lives like this to hopefully, inspire you guys to also give the digital business a try and
Mhm.
give you guys a little bit of motivation, we hope
Mhm.
today. So we titled our live we called it steps for success. Okay, so we came up with about 6 steps here. These are the things that we went through ourselves.
Yep.
Given that we are finding success in our digital business, we want to share what is it that's helping us be successful in this. What are the steps that we have taken to help us or to help us get us where we are today in our digital business. So
Mhm.
we thought of 6. If you guys have more to add, feel free to comment in the comment box below. We're also excited to hear your guys' perspective. So please don't hold back. So the first one that we thought of is admit. Right. So the reason why, at least for me, I thought that is because, the first step really is to admit where you're at. Right. Um, because if you already think that you're successful, then you may not see your need for success. If in
Mhm.
your mind you already think that you're successful,
Mhm.
it's sort of like, if yeah, if you're already like an A student, then why else would you need, a tutor or something, right?
Mhm.
Because you're already there. So this is more if you are wanting to become successful, then obviously you're not there yet. And so the first step would be to admit, right? Admit that, hey, I don't like where I'm at. Therefore, I need to take steps, necessary steps to get there.
Mhm.
So that's what I thought. And then the second one that I have here on our notes is, acceptance. And I'll let you guys take that on, whoever wants to take that one on.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
can. Yeah, definitely. At first one to admit, and then the second one is accept. Right. First, you kind of have to look at a reality first, right? Because I know for
Mm-hmm.
me, a year ago when you first started, I was happy with my job. I felt
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I felt kind of successful in my own way, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't didn't have my eyes open to anything new, and so
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't, I wouldn't admit that when you were growing your business over the year. I'm like, that's not for me. That's not for me, and that's true, right? I had to
Yes.
admit that to myself. Then once I unfortunately lost my job last September off of due to the layoffs, I
Mm-hmm.
still had the pride. I still like, oh no, I'm gonna find another tech job with good paying. And it's hard because the tech industry is kind of going downhill, a lot of layoffs. So first
Mm-hmm.
I had to ask myself that, okay, oh man, I'm looking, I'm not successful because I don't have a job right now. What do I do?
Mm-hmm.
So I had to ask myself, maybe this is a good opportunity for me to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. So, what we're talking about success, obviously, guys, is we're coming from the perspective of being successful digital business owners.
Mhm.
Given that, we are digital business owners, so that's really what we're talking about here. But the principles apply, in any area, whatever business you're in, whatever side hustle you're doing, in life in general, right? Success in your health, right? Success in your relationships, success in your finances. um so I agree with what Steven said, right? So we have to first admit, right, to ourselves, okay, what is the reality of our situation, our life? And then acceptance, you have to accept, because we can always deflect, right? Like
Yep.
it's too difficult to accept, therefore I don't want to accept, and so you just kind of live in denial.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
you have to accept, yeah, kind of reminds me a lot of like addiction, right? Like, I have addiction with sugar. Really, it's so hard. Oh, it makes me have compassion for people who really have addiction, because I can really, it's so hard. It's so hard to say no to sugar. It's
Mhm.
so hard to say no to all my sweet cravings. It's like it has this power over you. It almost like, so if you don't admit that about yourself, right? If you don't accept that about yourself, then it's always gonna have power over you, right? But with the even with the success, like, okay, we're really struggling financially, but if you're gonna just not accept it, right, then it's always gonna be there, because that's the reality. You may not want to accept, but if that's your reality, really, it's just gonna bring you more, down, 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 right? As far as your financial situation, you're gonna just bury yourself more and more and more. So the third thing we have here is, take accountability. Okay, so the first one is, admit, right? Have to admit to yourself, accept, right? You have to accept the situation, and then taking ownership or taking accountability. Do you want to take that one?
Yeah. So yeah, I think that like taking accountability is like for me, right? Like I can relate more like I wanna lose weight. Take accountability. Like the willingness to change, like what are the things
Uh-huh.
that I can do to make that
Yes.
happen.
Mm.
I have to think of ways and like take action on like what are the things I can do. Like I can cut back on like for me, I love chips. Like I can eat a
Mhm.
bag of chips in one sitting, and like it's not healthy. So like taking accountability is like really taking action and like the willingness to really change what
Mhm. Mhm.
like after you admit of okay, there's something wrong on my eating habits, so I
Yeah.
need to take accountability and like to really change like what I need to do to make that happen to for my goal of like losing weight, right? Like
Yeah.
eat exercise but it's something that will help me reach my goal, then I have to be willing to do it to for me
Mhm.
to achieve that the goal that I want to lose weight. And it's again, it's hard, it's not easy, and it's gonna take years for me to be able to accomplish that goal. But at least like taking that willingness for us to change and like yeah, I think that's important.
Mhm. Yeah, and it's funny that she brought up losing weight, right, with this whole thing, because really, guys, it's a very good if you compare it, right, it's a very good example to use, being in debt, right, and then being overweight, because
Mhm.
it's pretty much the same. Statistics, right? Most people usually, if they're overweight, they're also not doing well financially. Like
Mhm.
there's a connection there, because people usually, if oh, that's my laundry. So because usually, if people who are in the more on the poverty line, what do they eat, right? They eat soda, they all these cheap things, right? um yeah. So yeah, it's a good I love at least using weight loss when it comes to financial situation, of the family. And then yeah, so taking ownership, right, taking accountability, just really knowing that you put yourself there, right,
Mhm.
not anyone else.
Yeah.
It's your fault, where you are today, whether you're winning or whether you feel like you're losing, it's because of you, right? It's because of me. So and again, right, it's like sometimes it's hard. We just want to blame
Yeah.
other people for where we're at, but
Mhm.
really it's us, guys, and the sooner we really take that ownership, the sooner we can get out of it too. Again, right, comparing to yeah, food, comparing to any addiction, right? No one told me to DoorDash the halo halo, right? It was all my decision. All the 20 halo halos that I had every single day, that was me. So
Yeah.
again, taking ownership, and then instead of me using that for other things that could help my life, then I kind of wasted, right? It's a waste.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's a hard thing, but it's also a must thing. It's a must. It's something that must happen if we really want to be successful at something.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Um, so thank you for Andy for that. Hello to our 5 million viewers. Thank you everybody. We appreciate each and every one. Let's say hi to Diviner. She's watching from Florida. Thank you as always for supporting us all the time. Thank you. And then okay, so we take an ownership, right? We realize that okay, the good thing about taking ownership, right? You put yourself there. The good news about that is you can also take yourself out of there,
Yep.
right? Um so now that okay, we're gonna do that, the next step that we have is writing down goals. So, Steven, you want to take this on, writing down goals?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, like it's easy to think of your goals, right? But
Mm-hmm.
like actually singing it and writing it down is kind of, it trains you to think, okay, this is, how it relates also to like admitting and accepting and
Mm-hmm.
accountability, right? You can't have those unless you have goals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like work your way to success without those goals, to write them down, to kind of
Mhm.
live them out. Like I think about all the major companies, right? Like
Yes.
Amazon or
Mm-hmm.
Google, right? They had a goal, they had a dream. I don't think they just thought of it and then just, worked on it. No, but they constantly they had to write it down and then like
Mm-hmm.
figure out where they're at, how do they grow, and how to succeed. And I think really having goals written down and looking at it daily of like, okay, hey, yeah, maybe I had a hiccups here and there. We all have, right? But that's where we learn, right? That's how
Mhm.
we
Mm-hmm.
accept it to have that accountability and then to be able to inch closer to those goals.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think also it helps that when you write it down and then when you achieve something small, like
Mm-hmm.
it boosts you up. It's like a
Yes.
victory, It's
Mhm.
like the more you want to achieve more of the goals that you
Yes.
wrote down. So it's a good reminder to have them written down so you can always go back to it and
Mhm.
see your progress, or like if there's nothing changing, like you haven't reached your goal, then you can make some changes to it, like maybe
Yes.
tweak something. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this one's not working, what else can I do to reach that goal? So I think that's
Mm-hmm.
why it's good to like write it down.
Yeah. You know how they say, right? A goal that's not written down is just a wish, right?
Yep.
So you're just wishing it. You're not really serious about it. So that's
Mhm.
why if you're really serious about finding success, then you have to write your goals down. Vision boards are so, so important. Yeah. In fact, I don't know any, I would highly doubt, I would 100% doubt any successful people who do not have goals written down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I highly, highly doubt it. Think about any successful person that comes to mind, right? So to me, that comes to mind, Jeff Bezos, right? All these Elon Musk, right? All these, Oprah, Jennifer Lopez, right? All these big stars that comes to mind. I
Yeah.
would think that they have, goals written down all over, right?
Yep.
They have company goals, they have personal goals, all sorts of goals. So guys, again, something to, I hope that you guys will take to heart. Especially it's, can you guys imagine it's almost the end of February already?
Mhm. Yeah.
That it's just the days just going by so fast. So we
Mhm.
have about 10 months left of 2024. How is the last a month and a half been going for you? Okay, so again, just because the goal is it's like you gauging, right? Okay, how are you doing?
Mhm.
And then you adjust next month, next week you adjust your goals. But it's good to know that you have a path to wherever it is that you want to go.
Mhm.
Um, all right, before we move on, let's say hello to our business partner, PB
Mhm.
Brennan. Thank you. And she says, hello, successful business owners. And she's watching live from California. Thank you so much, PB. We appreciate you so much. And she says, vision board is a must. Thank you. And PB has great vision boards.
Mhm.
It's good to see it every day. It's good
Mhm.
to see it every single day. Yeah, it doesn't mean, you're gonna, achieve everything. At least that's the goal is to achieve everything eventually, right? But at least it helps you focus. And then she's saying, love it, guys. Need to write down goals, have plans, take actions. Every small wins. Yeah. And then last from her, oh, did not show up. But yeah, so thank you. Yeah, every win, no matter how small, it's
Mhm.
good to celebrate. Because right, we battle a lot of negativities in our head all the time. So when we win, then let's make sure that we celebrate. Hello to our 6 million viewers. Appreciate you guys. So the next one is so the next one I have here is like researching the right um business or side hustle or career path
Mhm.
for you. When you research, then you already doing the kind of like the pros and cons, right? Like um what you like about it, what you don't like about it, how it will meet your family's needs, this and that. So do you want to oh, you want to do that one?
Yeah. So,
Mhm.
like we start looking for the right side hustle, right? So,
Mhm.
like researching, doing your research about, the one that you think you like.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, like what you said, like doing the pros and cons.
Mhm.
But I think it's like looking for the right one that's going to work for you.
Mhm.
Without like researching or like looking for it, then how would you know that if it's gonna be right for you, like to make that informed decision,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anything else to add there, Steven?
I think, as Kenny was saying, to kind of do your homework,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
It's easy to jump into, one, side hustle, but not easy to be successful, right? You got to do
Mhm.
your homework first, right? You got
Yeah.
to, the steps: admit, accept, accountability, and write your goals, right?
Yeah.
If you don't have those, you're just trying something without knowing, right?
Yeah.
And I think,
Yeah.
taking in that opportunity of like really, doing your research, it'll really open up your eyes to understanding what do you need for yourself, right? Because
Yeah.
obviously everyone is different.
Mhm.
Everyone will have different opportunities, but really
Mhm.
open up your eyes to what those opportunities are for you.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, you have to find one that works for you, and you have to find one that meets your family's needs.
Mhm.
Even with the digital business, there's a lot of things that I love about it. I love that it's flexible, right?
Mhm.
I can do it anytime. Compared to, because good thing about me having tried so many other side hustles, it's I already know how the other one goes. So I left them for a reason. I didn't like that. I like with the e-commerce, right? I didn't like I had to hold inventory. Okay,
Mhm.
so with the digital business, I didn't have to deal with any inventory or any shipping, any invoices, none of that. So to me, check, right? And then with other side hustles, I was trading time for money. Okay, so with the digital business, I didn't have to trade time for money. So again, check, right? And then like so many other things, yeah, the flexibility. With the other ones, like for example, being a Zumba instructor, then again, trading time for money, so it's not as flexible. And then the automation, right? Like a lot of the other ones that I have tried didn't have the automation. The e-commerce actually came very close, right? There's automation there too. You're open 24/7 too, because it's online. But the thing is, yeah, it's the inventory part, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
And then, so this one, our marketing is automated in the digital business. And
Yeah.
most of all, guys, it's profitable. Okay,
Mhm.
again, I tried so many other side hustles. Yes, I made money there, but was it the kind of money that will transform my financial future? No, it wasn't. Okay, it was helping us temporarily, and it definitely did. I'm grateful for each and every one, all the experiences, definitely grateful. But with the digital business, I see the potential that it could potentially transform my financial future,
Mhm.
not just for me, but for my children. So again, right, you have to uh, search, right? Keep looking for the one that will work for you and that will meet your family's needs, because it might be working for you, but it's not working for the rest of their family. Then that's not gonna work either.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. Um, so then the next I have here is, finally taking action.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, because we find one, right? Then we have to take action towards it. Steven, you want to take that one?
Yeah. So like, when you find that opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Seize it. Don't just let it sit there. It's not gonna come to you, right? You have
Mhm.
to go seize it and really, strive to, go back to when your goals, strive to
Mhm.
your goals, you know. So
Yeah.
like, sort of like, with this digital business, right? When you first started, you have these goals, and I, to my research, and then I really wanted to learn. I really was willing to be open to just learn to new things. Even though I worked in the tech industry, I didn't know anything really about digital business, right? So really being open minded, even learning and really growing to, be successful.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else you want to add there?
Yeah, so if you don't take action, like it's gonna be like a waste of time, right? Like doing all this like admittance to yourself, like you just like kind of waste all that effort that you did, like doing all the research that you think will work for you for a side hustle. Is like for me, right? Like again, if I want to lose weight, like of course I admit
Mhm.
to myself that I do need to lose some weight. I did all the planning and everything, but then I didn't really did anything about it. Like
Mhm.
I'm just hurting myself again, and then of course it affects my family as well,
Yeah.
especially the kids. So it's a lost opportunity if you just don't do any action about it.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so take action, guys. Even as we are discussing, the digital business, if there's anything about it that interests you at all, then we would highly encourage you to take action. The first step really is to register to the website. So when you register to the website, you will be given access to our free, again, no cost webinar. It's an info session that will go over the overview of what the digital business is. And then at the end of the webinar, you will have a sense whether you want to look into it further or not. There's an action step at the end if that's something that you want to pursue like us. So that's all we did. Our first step really was to watch the webinar. There's
Mhm.
really no going around that, guys. You must watch it. So so thank you. Let's Before we move on, let's say hi to our viewers, to all of our commenters. Teresa Henry, and she's watching live from Pennsylvania. Thank you so much, Teresa. We appreciate it. If there's any interest at all about the digital business, please don't hesitate to contact any of us. And then Coach Lizel is watching us from the Philippines. Hi, Coach. Kamusta na? I hope you're having a great time in the Philippines. We love it. We love it. Thank you, Coach. And then Sis Josie Zelazny, and she is our business partner as well. And she's saying, "Awesome, thank you, Josie. I appreciate you. We need to go on live soon." She got her first checks, so I'm very excited
Yay!
for
Yay.
Congrats.
her. Congratulations, Josie. Congratulations. So even, as we show our checks, all that, it's, again, to hopefully motivate you guys and inspire you guys about the digital business. The checks is proof of concept. Okay, it works, but you have to work the system. So yeah, those are the 6 steps, right? First is admit. Second one is acceptance. Number three is take ownership, take full accountability of everything. And then write down your goals. And then research, right? Research the different ones, pros and cons. And then the last one is take action. Um, yeah, so 14 months ago was when my journey started about the digital business. I
Mhm.
watched the webinar, And then, after that, I wanted to know more. So, I just kept moving through the steps. And 14 months later, guys, I'm very, very happy about the result. So far, everyone's journey is different. Everyone's journey is going to look different. But the good thing about it is if you um, do the steps properly, you go through the training, you do the training properly. Honestly, to me, okay, my opinion, there's no reason why you wouldn't find success also.
Mhm.
Um, so so to end, guys, Candy and Steven, go ahead and invite them once again to our webinar.
Yes. So if you guys have just any questions, or if you want to learn more about being a digital business owner, just go to our website. Again, that's the first step. Just sign up on the website. It's right there, www.steveninc23.com, so that you'll get access to the free webinar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think, it never hurts to learn, right?
yeah,
Only getting knowledge and, open up your mind to what's out there.
yep. Yep, and I think it might have been last week we went over about how it's plug and play, right? So
Mhm.
that's why also the digital business is a great option because you're just plugging and playing, plugging and playing. Is that right, Steven? You're just
Plug
plug
and
and
play.
playing.
Yeah,
Plug
plug
and
and play.
play.
You're just plug and playing.
Yeah.
Plugging and playing. Okay. So you don't have to start from scratch. You don't have to learn research from the scratch what funnel is about, this and that. This one already has a system in place. I just plug and play. So if you want to succeed fast, if you want to get going on it fast, right? As fast as possible, then tapping into an existing system would be the way to go. Um,
Mhm.
so I think that's it for today. I have tomorrow off. Do you guys have tomorrow off?
Yes.
Yes.
I have tomorrow off, so
Yeah.
enjoy your President's Day holiday for those of us in the U.S. For
Mhm.
those of you guys who are outside of the U.S., enjoy your um, week ahead.
Mhm.
I hope that you guys have a very productive week, and we hope to hear from you guys too. So thank you, everybody. We really appreciate it. Our 4 million viewers. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.